discussed one thing here last week about the yoga ladder. You remember yoga ladder? Everybody remember the yoga ladder? So in that yoga ladder, okay, we have to start from cause and effect. Let us do it. So can you see my screen, right?
Yep.
So you see the yoga ladder here, Prabhuji's.
Mm-hmm.
So Krishna actually told nearly everything about the yoga ladder till Nishkam Karma. That is verse number 2.48 to 2.47. Karma nevadi karaste. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Krishna then after this thing, he started telling about Bhakti Yoga to Arjuna. That what is Bhakti? Okay. And then when Krishna started to speak about Bhakti, Arjuna had a question that those who are doing Bhakti, what they look like, what they do. Okay, Prabhuji, I'm going little fast here today because I want to finish the um, this chapter. So, Arjuna Ovacha, verse number 2.54. Stitapragnasya ka bhasha samadhi sthaya keshava stitadiha kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajata kim. Translation, Arjuna said, "O Krishna, what are the symptoms of those whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? Okay, how does he speak? What is his language? How does he sit? And how does he walk? Can somebody explain what does it mean, Prabhu? So if he's, can you
So,
read up to here?
mhm.
Somebody wants to read?
As there are symptoms for each and every man in terms of his particular situation, similarly, one who is Krishna conscious has his particular nature, talking, walking, thinking, feeling, etc.
Sorry, give me 1 second, Prabhu. I'll make it a nice sharing. I was sharing the whole screen, so it is much better, right? So Prabhupada here is saying, as a rich man has his symptoms by which he is known as rich man. For a deceased man is known has his symptoms by which he is known as deceased. Okay, so a man in transcendental consciousness. What do you mean by transcendental consciousness, Prabhu? Simple, in simple language, the one who is doing bhakti or one who is a devotee of the Lord. What is the symptoms of that particular person? Means Arjuna is asking four questions here. How does he speak? What is his language? How does he sit? And how does he walk? So Krishna will now be giving answers in the next verses. Okay. Now, maybe let me go back one more thing. So, what do you mean by how does he speak? We all speak by from mouth, right? But here, it's particular that, for example, if somebody get some praise, okay, if somebody gets like specifically the devotee, if he gets praise, what he responds, or if the devotee gets hate, then what does he respond? Okay, and what he will say externally or internally. That is the thing. What does he speak? Second, how does he? So the language is also the same, like the whatever I told. How does he sit? Now you can ask, probably why Arjuna is asking how does he sit? How does he sit means how that devotee is trying to restrain his senses. Where he is using his senses. Prabhuji, in our body, we have five senses. We know this thing. Eyes, ears, nose,
Yeah.
all these senses, touch.
And say touch.
With these senses, we actually these senses are pulling us. Let me show you one diagram. Senses as Charity here. I'm looking for that image, which is like, yeah, just let me show you that image, bro. Can you see the screen, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Let me see. So this is the image which I'm trying to say, Prabhu. What happened? Why it is not opening properly? So here, I don't know if I can. How can I? Maybe we can see here, right? So Prabhuji, if you carefully see these, there are five. The five horses are represented as the five senses of the body. Okay. Oops, sorry. Oh, that's better, right? Why? I'm not moving anything. Sorry, Prabhu. Nowadays, the conscious Atma is here. Buddhi is trying to control, and these ropes are the mind. Okay. If the senses are not controlled, Prabhu, you can imagine if the horses are not controlled, they are going here and there. What will happen, Prabhu? You can't move the chariot properly, right? The chariot is the body itself. So we have to control the senses through mind. But the problem with us is mind is also not in control, right? Mind is also going here and there. So if the ropes are also going here and there, you can't control the horses or the senses. So how to control that? Through intelligence. Because mind is higher than the senses, intelligence is even higher than the mind. So through intelligence, you try to control. Mind you control. And then when the ropes are controlled, the horses are also controlled. And then the Atma at the back. He's walking. He's looking at each and everything. So how does this sit means? How, in what situations does a man, a devotee, he acts when there is some sense gratification or sense object is going on? And how does he walk? Walk here means how he responds to the sense objects. Okay, this is the question that Arjuna is asking. Now Krishna is saying here, prajahati yada kaman sarvam partho managatan atmane evatmana tushtha sthita pragna tadochate. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind thus purified finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. Now, this pure transcendental consciousness is the person is called as Sthita Pragna. Okay, so now I will be using this word a lot so you can understand. Whenever I'm saying Sthita Pragna means in transcendental consciousness or in bhakti. Okay, Prabhu? When is everything is in bhakti. So this is the definition of a Sthita Pragna person. When a man gives up all varieties of desires for sense gratification. All varieties of desire for sense gratification. Prabhu, we know five senses. Some of us may like to look at beautiful things. Okay, some of us likes to eat tasty food because our tongue is not under control. Some of us like to smell. Oh, I like this. That's why you see there are so many fragrances in the world, right? And specifically when a female applies some nice fragrance, even she is not looking good, people will start to follow her. And if you see in Indian ads or any fragrance ads, what happens over there? Have you seen any fragrance ad? A man puts a fragrance, nice fragrance, and as soon as he goes out on the road, five, six women start to follow him. So they are just arousing the senses. They're trying to agitate the senses. This is what is going on right now in this material world, Prabhu. Any advertisement you see, they are just targeting the senses. Because if the senses are out of control, then Everything is out of control. If you see carefully, Prabhu, Vihan is there, but it's okay. I'll try to control my things. If you see any car advertisement, they make a lady with some clothes, you can understand, standing beside the car. What is the relation between a girl and a car? There's no relation.
No, no,
But you know
see.
why they put the girl? So that
Or
the men,
to
because
attract
they
it
are
sensitive.
attracted to the girls, so they get
Mm,
attracted to the car. That okay,
mhm.
if you buy this car, the girls can come and follow you. Everything in this world, Prabhu, everything in this world is targeting the senses. If you open the TV, that's why Prabhu devotees they don't like to watch the TVs too much because even the advertisement are distracting. In our childhood, maybe I don't know nowadays the ads are going on or no. Tan ki shakti, man ki shakti, what Bonvita, okay.
Bonvita.
But if you carefully look at the ingredients, there is I think so 60-70% sugar is there in the Bonvita. How can it be tan ki shakti, man ki shakti? It's all like that. And I was hearing from someone that there is no advertisement for milk. There is no advertisement to eat fruits. Guava, fresh guava, tan ki shakti, man ki shakti, guava. No, nobody giving that advertisement. Kellogg's chow cornflakes, that you will see the advertisement because they're all fake things. They're all ultra processed food. So the point is, if you see in the world, everything like is distracting to the five senses. Everything, Prabhu. Either eyes, either through nose, tongue, hearing. If you see, there's so many songs coming up, so many songs, right? And then touch sense is always there. But Prabhu, one thing is there. No matter we try to enjoy the senses, but we cannot do it unlimitedly. For example, Vihan Prabhu likes to eat rasgulla. Vihan Prabhu, can you eat 10,000 rasgullas? No. We like to see each and everything, but sometime or the other, like, oh, my eyes are tired, I have to sleep also. Right? We can't keep up smelling perfume. If you smell too much, you'll get some allergies. And nowadays, there is specifically like, if you go in some offices, it's written scent free environment.
DNV, DNV, SNV.
Yeah. So the fact is, Prabhu, the material world is only sense enjoyment, sense gratification. Indriya ko tript karna. And this is what we are engaged, like, we're going. But a man in sthita pragna or in a pure consciousness, he gives up all these desires because he understands, Prabhu, this is all temporary. Senses, first of all, Prabhu, senses can never be satisfied. I'll give you a simple example. Most of us can understand. There is so much craze of people buying iPhone. No matter they will have iPhone 16, but as soon as iPhone 17 will come, they say, oh, no, I need the iPhone 17. They, in India, that phone is like how much? Like 1,50,000 is so expensive. And as soon as 17 will have, they say, now I want to this, I want to buy that one. Prabhuji, in Bhagwad Gita, that photo is there. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. So the point is, now when you buy iPhone, what happens? For a momentary, you get happiness. Oh yes, I have the phone. But then what happens after that? Just imagine you bought an iPhone, and after one day, Apple company announces that oh they're launching iPhone 18, which will have 10 cameras. Now you have a phone which has 3 cameras, and then immediately you become sad. Or if that phone falls down and it breaks, in material world, Prabhu, it's duality, happiness and distress. Anything which is here you see in this material world will give you both of these things. Both it will give it can give you happiness, but momentary, but it will give you more distress. For example, if you are fond of eating too much, you keep on eating, what will happen, Prabhu? You may feel happy for a moment, but then You can have cholesterol issues, sugar, diabetes issue, and all these things. Right, Prabhu? So this is the this is here, like, that man who is, which arise from mental concoction. Now this is very important thing. Mental concoction means, consequently, it is rightly said that one has given up all kind of desire, beneficial, artificially such sense desires. Okay, no, let me explain. What do you mean? What do you mean by mental concoction? That this thing can give me happiness. If I get this, I will be happy. Many times you try to see Prabhu. We all came to Canada. Okay, if I go to Canada, I will be happy. I usually give this example all the time. When we land here, then we understand that, oh, we need a job. If I get a job, then I will be happy. What is this thing? Mental concoction. That I will be happy if I get this. Now you got a job, and then you see the other fellow. You're having a job for like maybe 70K. Other fellow is having job of 200K, and then you say, if I get a job of 200K, then I will be happy. No, you got a job for 200K. Then you say, oh, I don't have a house. If I get a house, then I will be happy. Prabhu, this thing keep on going. This is what mental concoction is. Your mind keeps on thinking, this thing will make me happy. This will make me happy. And this thing specifically, now it's a like, funny thing. It actually happens when we are fasting. When we fast, what happens? We think, oh, that rasgulla is there. Oh, I wanted to drink sharbat. Oh, I wanted to eat that. I wanted to have a pizza. Only when we are fasting. Now, when we are not fasting, then we will not think of all these things. Right or no? This is what mental concoction is. Mind is always trying to take us here and there. So, and when his mind thus purified finds satisfaction in the self alone, he is said to be pure con. So, okay, let us go, Prabhu, further. दुःखेषु अनुद्विग्न मनाः सुखेषु विघ्नस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीरमुने उच्यते. One who is not disturbed in mind even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called the stage of steady mind. Now again, the stage of steady mind is Sita Pragna. Okay? Now, Prabhu, one by one. One who is one who is undisturbed when threefold miseries. Anybody who like to tell what are the threefold miseries? Except Vihan Prabhu. Anybody else? What are the three miseries? Jaldi, jaldi, fast.
The misery is caused by our own self. Misery is
Yes.
caused by the nature, and
Hmm.
then and the miseries which are from the higher source like devas.
Yes. Devas is the nature. Misery is caused by other living entities.
Other living entities.
Three miseries.
Mm.
There are three
Adi,
miseries, Prabhu, which we all are suffering. Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Adhyatmik. Means misery is caused by our body. We got a virus. Sorry, our brain broke down. Brain, sorry. Our bone broken down. The body will give you pain, right? Mm, someone girlfriend left in a misery. The mind gives you misery. Oh, I'm so sad. She left. Vihan Prabhu's misery. Oh, my phone is broken. Oh, no, no, no. Vihan Prabhu should not be phone. Vihan Prabhu, maybe toy is broken. Oh, my toy is broken, Papa. Misery is caused by self. Misery is caused by the nature, tornado, and all these things we see. Misery is caused by other living entities. A mosquito comes, bites you, you get dengue. Misery. Small mosquito, small coronavirus. Virus is a living entity. It can enter through your nose. Small thing you cannot even see. It caused a big misery. The one who is not disturbed in the mind with these three miseries. Second, who is not elated when there is happiness. For example, Vihan Prabhu got nice toy. He will not, hey, I got a toy, and then he started dancing in all the corridor. Come down, start dancing in the street. No. Okay, I got this. Thank you, daddy. Thank you, mommy. That's it. Okay. And one who is free from attachment, fear, and anger. He is in the stage of steady mind. So maybe let us see. So if what happens when these things come to a devotee? He accepts all misery as the mercy of the Lord, thinking himself only the worthy of more trouble due to his past misdeeds. And he sees that his miseries, by the grace of the Lord, are minimized to the lowest. Similarly, when he is happy, he gives credit to the Lord, thinking himself unworthy of the happiness. He realizes that it is due to only Lord's grace that he is in such comfortable condition and able to render better service to the Lord. And for the service to the Lord, he is always daring and active and not influenced by attachment or aversion. Prabhuji, just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry. Attachment means accepting things for one's own sense gratification. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Now people they ask very simple question. What do you mean by attachment? Attachment to something, right? The meaning here, Prabhupada is giving us the meaning. Attachment means accepting things for one own sense gratification. Detachment means attachment, the absence of such sensual in attachment. But one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness neither has attachment or detachment because his life is dedicated to service of the Lord. Now, give me one example with whom we can be attached, Prabhu. Any one example, Prabhu?
For
Bhagavad
everyone is different, different one. Like if you say a businessman, might be he get attachment with his business. For parents,
Just give me
they
one
attach
example.
with their,
Just
their,
give me
their
one
child.
example.
Child, like parents attachment with the child. Like
Parents attached with the child. Okay,
yeah,
that is the
yeah,
biggest attachment for
yeah,
every parent. Okay.
yeah.
Now let us read this thing. Attachment means accepting things for one's own sense gratification. Now think as a parent, you have a child. He's my boy. He's very intelligent. He's my daughter. She's very intelligent. I want her to be the best. Maybe I want her to be, if we were in India, I want her to be IAS. Why I want her to be IAS? So that I can say that she is my daughter. You see, she's my blood. She is the she's in such a great position. My comes. We are thinking for ourselves, Prabhu. We will not say, my dear friend, I want your son to be also IAS. No, we say, my daughter, my son. And what does detachment means? That we are not attached. But in Krishna consciousness, we don't have any attachment or detachment. Why? Because our life is dedicated to service of the Lord. Now, how serving our kids can be service to the Lord, Prabhu? We understand that my son or my daughter, they're coming from the Supreme Lord. Krishna gave them. Krishna sent them to us so that we can serve them. And it is our responsibility to serve them and make them devotees of the Lord. If we can, we will find this thing. I'm not making, Prabhu. It is coming in the fifth canto Shrimad Bhagavatam when Rishabh Dev he instructs, I think so, his sons, that what is the actual meaning of a parent, what is the actual meaning of father, what is the actual meaning of a husband. It's coming in the Bhagavatam, it's coming from the scriptures. But the point is, Prabhu, we have, like our parents or our ancestor, our friends, they give us a different meaning. Oh, you have to give the best education to your kids so that they become the best, they get the best job. And then they get the best job, they get the best house. Prabhu, this cycle is going on. Since time immemorial, this cycle is going on. We need to think, is this why we are here? Our job is only to study, and then our job is to do the job, and then to make money, pay the taxes, and then have a house, and then leave the body. Is this what why we are here? This is all the byproducts. This is all, like, part of life, but this is not the goal of life. For the kids, they are they are the Lord's personal. Like, kids are sent by the Lord, and it is our duty to serve them, to it's like it's our responsibility to take care of them. I simply give example, Prabhu. If, for example, most of us are working, now Abhishek Prabhu is working. Company gave a phone and a laptop to him. Are you, Prabhu, attached with your phone and laptop? Oh, I got a nice iPhone. I got such a nice Dell laptop. Oh, yeah, yeah. Are you attached, Prabhu? Frankly,
No.
no. Why? Because you know that it's not yours, right? But are you taking care of them?
Yes.
Are you like, you know that it's not your, okay, as soon as you reach home, just throw away your laptop? No, you don't do like that, right? You take care of them. And specifically, who are parents, they will take care of the laptop more. They will not let the kids touch their laptop, the office laptop, I'll say. This is how we need to be with each and everything that is given to us. We have to treat this that, okay, we are living in a house which is given to us by Krishna. So I have to take care of that. It's not that I have to make my own. And if I know, oh, this is given by Krishna, this is Krishna's, maybe I will throw it. No, no, no. You have to take care of these things, Prabhu. Does it make sense, Prabhu? Okay, let's go, Prabhu. In the in the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Okay? Whatever good or evil, if is coming, if is coming in any person's life, if good is coming, people will not start to praise, oh, yes, yes, this is what happened. This is, yeah, yeah, this is so good. And also, they will not be like despising it. Oh, he's very bad. He's this, he's that. No. The person who is unaffected. Okay, Prabhu, do you understand this? One who is able to withdraw his senses from the sense objects. As a tortoise draws its limbs within the shell, is firmly fixed in perfect consciousness. This is a very beautiful example, like a tortoise. Okay? The yogi or a devotee must be very strong to control the senses, like must be strong to control the serpents, like a snake charmer. Okay? He never allows them. They're talking of the senses are compared as the venomous serpents. They want to act very loosely and without restriction. Does it make sense, Prabhu? Just read the Srila Prabhupada Purport, Prabhu. Just read Srila Prabhupada Purport. Let us read it, Prabhu. The test of a yogi, devotee, or self-realized soul is that he is able to control the senses according to his plan. That is a yogi or a devotee. Most people, however, are servants of the senses and are thus directed by dictation of the senses. People say ना, मेरा मन कर रहा है, मेरा ये खाने का मन, मेरा ये करने का मन, मेरा यहाँ जाने का मन. Justin, you understood? Like, I spoke a little bit Hindi. Like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Means that senses are loose. Actually, the point is the senses are actually they want to lose, they want to be loose, Prabhu. They don't want any restrictions. And I can challenge anybody, Prabhu. You try to restrict your senses, you will see what will happen. Okay? So that's why in every religion or any spirituality, there are some do's and don'ts that you have to control. If you see Buddhism, they also have to control their senses, right? Anyway, so A yogi or it must be very strong to control control the serpents like the snake charmer. He never allows them to act independently. Okay, does it? So the tortoise can at any moment wind up its senses and exhibit them again at any point for particular purpose. Similarly, the Krishna senses of Krishna conscious person are used only for some particular purpose in the service of the Lord and are withdrawn otherwise. Prabhuji, one simple example. A devotee when he's invited to a DJ party or something like that. Of a perfect devotee, what he's gonna do? He will say, sorry, it's my sleeping time. I have to wake up in the morning. He will immediately take out, like, control his senses. No. Even if it is like, okay, now it's a maybe company party. What the devotee will do? He can go there. He can just show his face, stay there, but his mind he will take his mind somewhere else. Prabhu, simple example, like last week I went to my annual general meeting. Okay, we sorry, नहीं ज़्यादा loud नहीं, class चल रही है. So what happened, Prabhu? I went to the AGM. Over there, the whole night they do party. Okay, now I have to, like, they call everybody, and if you don't go, the director will come up. Hey, I didn't see you at the party and all these things. No, there's no choice that you can't go. You have to go. But once you go there, you don't need to drink. You don't need to be with them. Just show your face. Like I went, I just stay there. They were doing dance and all these things. Fine, you do it. I don't like to dance. I don't like to hear this music. It's a very rubbish music. And all the music they have, like, I don't have my phone. I came to some. Okay, let me give one example to you. So the adult, you can check out the lyrics and you can think like what I'm saying. I came, like, there was a song being playing. Okay, first of all, it's very difficult for me to understand English songs. But there was one song that was playing. Let's get the song name was "Let's Get Down, Baby," something like that. Okay, so it's still there in my Google search. So I opened the song lyrics and I asked Google what is the meaning of that song. Now, since Vihan Prabhu is there, I will not go deeper. You can open it and you can check out the meaning. Same the song, the latest song which came, like um, I forgot the. He went to India and he was singing something like that. What was the song? I forgot. Anyway, so that Ed Sheeran is the name of the guy.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
So like, many
Mhm.
people, they were like playing this song. So I was just curious what the meaning of that song is. Just go to Google and you search Wait Behind the. So all of these songs, what they're doing, they're trying to arouse the sensual pleasure. This, this, and the kids, and the sad point is the kids are singing. Okay, maybe Matajis are there. Everybody might have listened to this song. Laila mein Laila. Have you heard of this song? Ho mein teri Laila. What is the thing? Um, do you remember the lyrics? Anybody, Prabhu? I forgot this. Prabhuji, Arvind Prabhu, you want to say something? Don't feel
नहीं
shy.
मैं वही लैला ओ लैला मैं तेरी लैला ऐसा कुछ करके गाना था जब मैं तुम्हें चाहूँ तो मेरी लैला ऐसा
नहीं
कुछ
नहीं.
करके
There is another thing. कितने हजारों मिलना मुझे अकेला, something like that.
हम्म
So I,
Mhm.
when long time back, I used to hear, but I never contemplated on the meaning. Last year there was somebody's wedding in Fredericton and they just invited us, and at that time they were playing this song, and me and Surbi, we were just standing at the back. We don't want. And then I thought, okay, let me listen to the what it is. And as soon as I listened, there are females, they're dancing with their husbands. कितने हजारों मिलना मुझे चाहे अकेला. And then I thought, who who will meet another female? Like what will that female be who you understand, like who will that female be, who is that other people wants to meet in secluded place, what that female will be called. You understand my point, Prabhu? And we are dancing and we are so happy in that song. Are you able to understand, Prabhu, this meaning like what I'm trying to say, Abhishek, Prabhu? Are you trying to understand? These are, for me, I'll say it's too vulgar. And this is what is happening, Prabhu. So what happens that if we go deeper, Prabhu, that ये क्या चल रहा है, what is going on? Automatically, Prabhu, our senses will get away. The devotee, they don't like to go. They will feel, oh, this is all very low quality things. So this is what is going. This is what Prabhupada is trying to say, that the devotee, they will control the senses. They are taught. Arjuna is taught here to use his senses for the service of the Lord, instead for his own sense gratification. If you want to hear, you like to hear music, Prabhu, there are so many bhajans. And those bhajans will give you so, like, soothness. For example, if you hear, oh Palan Hare, just try to listen to that bhajan, Prabhu. Rather, like those who are like are heartbroken or something, listening to what is the heartbroken very famous song? I forgot. Like people, they anybody can you help me, Prabhu? When you're heartbroken, you hear this song. I forgot. Just hear this song. Hear this bhajan. O Palan Hare, Nirgun O Nyare, Tere bin apna koi nahi. All of us, Prabhu. If you watch the Mahavtar Narsimha Dev movie, in that, when Lord Vishnu gave darshan to Prahlad Maharaj gave a very, like, spoke very nice prayers. Please go back and listen to those prayers. If you listen to the prayer with your open heart, Prabhu, literally it's gonna give so much, like, pleasure. That, oh, this is what we are, Prabhu. Okay, let us go further, Prabhu. I'm speaking too much today. I plan to finish this chapter. Though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, the taste for sense object remains. But ceasing such engagement by experience higher sense, he is fixing consciousness. Now, this is the very important thing, Prabhu. You can say, Prabhu, okay, I will not eat onion garlic. I will not drink tea. I will not go to parties and all. We can try to control, Prabhu. But the taste, okay, taste for those things will remain there. For example, if we catch a thief and put him in the prison, right? Maybe after 10 years, even if we leave him, then what's going to happen? He may again start to steal, because the tendency is not going to go away. But how to remove that tendency, Prabhu? By experiencing the higher taste. And the higher taste can only come by one who has tasted the beauty of Supreme Krishna. Okay, Prabhu? In the course of advancement, Krishna no longer has a taste for dead material things, Prabhu. When we understand that whatever is there in the material world is all dead and it's all material. For example, an iPhone. iPhone is not a living thing, it's a dead thing. Once we understand, we will not be having any taste to acquire all these things, Prabhu. Okay? We can do restrictions, but we have to give the higher taste, Prabhu. For example, mothers can understand this thing. When the child he is 6 months old, the mother starts to give some juice and some liquids to the kid, but they don't put sugar or any salt. For the kid, it's the most delicious thing, because the kid was drinking only mother's milk. Now the kid starting getting some dal, started getting some chapati, but that is no salt and no sweet, and he's relishing. But now, when the kid he crosses the age of 2, he started getting sugar, he started getting chapati. He doesn't go back to the fika, like, without any salt and things. Why? Because he got a higher taste. Okay, Prabhu? Same for us. We have a habit of we eat gulab jamun. But just imagine, we don't eat that gulab jamun, it has no sugar. We will not eat because we have the higher taste. Similarly, Prabhu, once we get higher taste of Krishna consciousness or bhakti, then these things, the tendency also, or like, the taste will go away for the material things. And how we can get that, Prabhu? You can say, okay, Prabhu, how to get the taste? How to get the taste? Shravanam, Kirtan, Smaranam. Shravanam, we are hearing the glories of the Lord. Kirtanam, by chanting the glories of the Lord. Until and unless we don't do anything, Prabhu, then we're not going to get taste. We have to do something. Okay? Let us proceed, Prabhuji. The senses are so strong and impetus, or they forcibly carry away the mind even of a man of discrimination who is endeavoring to control them. This is the power of the senses. Now I'll give one example of Vishwamitra. Do you know about Vishwamitra? He was doing deep meditation. And then who came? Menaka came. And then Menaka came. How did now Vishwamitra's eyes is closed. Okay, he's deep in meditation. But Menaka came, ching, 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 ching. Just with that sound of the pile or the ankle bells, you call it in English, ching, ching, ching. Vishwamitra woke up. His meditation was broken. And he lived with Menaka for 10,000 years. So this is the main thing. The mind, as soon as the ears heard, the mind started contemplating, and immediately the person was carried away. There is another example of Shobri Muni, I think so his name is. He was doing he didn't want to do meditation on the earth. He went in the ocean and did the meditation so that nobody comes and disturbs. Just imagine the level of meditation, Prabhu. In the ocean, that nobody comes and disturbs. In the ocean, he saw a fish, male fish and a female fish together mating. Immediately he saw his senses and the minds got aroused and he fell down. So this is what is being seen. The senses are very strong. We need to understand this thing very carefully. Okay? I think so. The example is here, Menaka. One who restrains his senses, keeping them under full control, and fixes his consciousness upon me is known as man of steady intelligence. Now Krishna is revealing himself now. He gave a gist that if somebody fixes consciousness into me, then that is a person in full. Great says Durvasa Muni picked a quarrel with Maharaj Ambarish. Durvasa Muni unnecessarily became angry out of pride and therefore could not check his senses. On the other hand, the king, but devotee tolerated it. So what happened, Prabhu? Ambarish Maharaj I'll explain the story a little faster. Ambarish Maharaj took a fast. Okay. Now, next day when he has to break that fast, so he had to eat something. But then all the praja and everybody was coming, and it is the duty of a king to feed the others before eating anything. So he was giving food to everyone. And now there is a particular time of fast break. There's a particular time. So that time was ending soon. So immediately as the time was pretty close by, Durvasa Muni came. He said, "Oh, and can you please feed me?" So Maharaj Ambarish said, "Okay, fine, I'll do." But Durvasa Muni said, "Okay, let me get a shower first, then I will eat." Now he went, and the time was really very close. So some other saints told Maharaj Ambarish that, Prabhuji, even if you drink a little drop of water, then also you can break your fast. So when we do the fasting, when it is Nirjal fast, even while drinking a drop of water, you can actually break the fast. Okay, in the Nirjal Ekadashi. So he was doing that. Now he drank the water. Now he just drank it. In that way, he broke his fast, and also he didn't break his fast. Means he didn't eat any food. So it is a duty of a king that he has to make others, that everybody else should eat. Then he can only eat. So technically he didn't eat and he just took a drop of water. But Durvasa Muni became so angry. How dare you eat before me? Do this. And then he started Durvasa Muni was so angry and started, I think so, he wanted to kill Ambarish Maharaj. But as soon as This thing happened. Lord Vishnu became super angry. He sent his Sudarshan behind Durvasa Muni. Now Durvasa Muni became anxious. What way to go? He went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji, help me. Brahma said, oh, Sudarshan is behind you. I can't do anything. Go to Lord Shiva. So then Durvasa Muni went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said, oh, Sudarshan is behind you. I can't do anything. Go to Vishnu. And then he went to Lord Vishnu. Oh, Lord Vishnu, I'm so sorry. Please take the Sudarshan away. Lord Vishnu said, I can't do anything. You actually did offense to my devotee. Go to my devotee. He can only save you. So he had to come back and seek forgiveness from Maharaj Amrish. And then the Sudarshan went back. So here, Prabhupada is saying that, see, like even the Durvasa Muni, he was not able to control, like, his anger and everything. So the senses should be under full control. How they can be under control? By fixing consciousness upon the Supreme Lord. Okay? Now this is very important word. Dhayato vishayan pumsa sangas te shubhajayate sanga sangate kama kamat krodha bhajayate. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises. So this is very important, ultra important. From contemplating the objects of the senses. For example, if you keep on looking towards, I'm giving a simple example because Vihan is there, you can think little higher. Okay. For example, you see a Rasgulla, and today is your fast. And you keep on looking, oh, Rasgulla is so delicious. It is having such a nice fragrance. Oh, if you touch it, it's so squishy. Vihan Prabhu, you can think like that, okay? It's so sweet, it's so this and so that. Just by contemplating on that object, oh, if I eat it, my tongue will so be happy. Oh, it's looking nice also. Just by contemplating on, like, on the objects of the senses, what happens? Attachment happens. Oh, I want that, I want that. And then from such attachment, lust develops. Lust, meaning of lust is that we need something desperately for our own sense enjoyment. I need that, I need that, I need that. And he forgets that today the Kaddish. I need it, I need it, I need it. But then Vihan Prabhu is going, picking it, putting in the mouth, and daddy comes and hold his hand. No, today is the Kaddish, you can't eat it. Now Vihan Prabhu was so much attached, so much desperate to get it. Daddy came and hold his hand. Then what will happen? From lust, anger arises. If somebody says, "No, why do we get angry?" This is the reason. This is the reason by why we get angry. Okay, Prabhu? Now, lust, anger, greed, the three gateways we will read in chapter 3. Now, if, for example, Vihan Prabhu was not stopped and he ate it, if the lust is satisfied, then comes the greed. I need another one. I need another one. Then the greed starts to come up. Okay, Prabhu? I'm going little fast. I will request you, Prabhu, whatever verses we are doing, please read the purports, please, Prabhu. Okay. From anger, complete delusion arises. And from delusion, bewilderment of the memory. And when memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again to the material world. So this is the whole cycle, Prabhu. You might have experienced, I have definitely have experienced, Prabhu. When the anger comes, delusion, it starts up, Prabhu. We lose our, like, everything. We are delusioned. And from delusion, a memory is bewildered. We forget what we are doing. That's like you see everywhere. People, they throw acid on others' face. People, they kill others. So many crimes are happening is only because of bewilderment of memory. And memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. They forget that, oh, if I put acid on this person, I can go to prison. Lose the intelligence. And when the intelligence is lost, they go falls again to the material pool. So, Prabhu, one thing, if you carefully look here, just by controlling the senses, we can actually also have our good memory. We don't need to eat all these complaints and bonvitas and chavan prashis. Oh, my son is not having good memory. Let me give him more and more almonds. No, no, no. Just you need to control the senses and everything will be perfect. Any questions, Prabhu, till now? Or maybe let me finish, Prabhu. But a person free from all attachment and aversion and be able to control his senses through regulative principles of freedom can obtain the complete mercy of the Lord. This is self-explanatory, Prabhu, I believe. This is verse number 64. Okay, so this is now he's saying, now we are discussing about the walking thing. How does he walk? Okay, how does he walk? Prashadam. You see here, the word is coming. Prashadam means mercy of the Lord. But a person free from all attachment and aversion, means all the distraction, and is able to control his senses to regulative principles of freedom. It's very important, Prabhu. We all have some freedom. We all have, Prabhu. You and me, you have a freedom. We are here listening Bhagwad Gita. Now you have a freedom. You can listen to either Bhagwad Gita or you can watch any movie in the theater. There is the freedom. If we use that freedom in a regulative way, then we can get the mercy of the Lord. Understood, Prabhu? Text 65. Again. For one thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material existence exist no longer. In such a satisfied consciousness, one intelligence is soon well established. So when one is satisfied in Krishna consciousness, if there is any the miseries will not come. It doesn't mean that you will not get any earthquakes or something. Earthquake will come, but you will not feel the pain. You will feel, oh, my house was destroyed. It was not my house, it's Krishna's house only. Krishna can give, he can take away also, right, Prabhu? We need to understand this, Prabhu. I remember 2019, I met my Guru Maharaj. And let me be very frank, Prabhu. 2018, I was as a student. Now I got a job. My salary was pretty good. And I started spending a lot of money. And we didn't save any money. And inside, I was not happy. I was not at all happy. And then I told Guru Maharaj, I'm wasting my money too much. Please help me. You know what Guru Maharaj told? He said, Kadampriya, if Krishna is giving you money, he can take it away also. So be careful. Just simple answer, Prabhu. Same thing, Prabhu. If Krishna has given us anything, any asset or anything, even the kids also, if he has given, he can take away also. This is what we need to think. And if something is taken away, it was Krishna's, it was not mine. Krishna took it, that's fine. I know it's a higher conscious. We are on the chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita. Slowly and steadily, as we progress, these things will come into our heart, Prabhu. I will make sure that, Prabhu. Okay? One who is not connected with the Supreme can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? You see, Prabhu, here there is nobody is peaceful in this world. Do you understand this thing, Prabhu? Do you feel is anybody peaceful? Even while coming to Canada, we are not peaceful. Everybody is having some or the other problems. Why? Because we are not connected with the Supreme Lord, Prabhu. Okay? Here, Prabhupada, I think, no, not in this verse. As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on water, even one of the roaming senses on which mind focuses can carry away one's man intelligence. You can say, "Oh, Prabhu, I don't like to eat this. I don't like stagnancies." But just if we like to hear music and the songs which I told you, you heard those type of songs, right? Immediately everything will be taken away, Prabhu. So we need to our all the senses should be focused. It's not just one sensor, everything should be focused. Okay. Therefore, O mighty armed one, whose senses are restrained from their objects is certainly of steady intelligence. So they are called as sadhaka. What is night for all living beings is the time of awakening for self-control, and the time of awakening for all beings is the night for introspecting. So this is important. Night and day means here. This is 69, I believe, right? So the people, devotees, they are fixed on the soul, which makes them feel bliss. And due to that, they are always awake. It's not the sleeping or other thing. Because they're feeling the bliss through the soul, they're always awake, which is the night for the materialistics. But material people intelligence, they always focus on the sense objects. Oh, I have to satisfy my eyes, I have to satisfy my touch, I have to satisfy my tongue and all these things, which makes them bewildered, which makes them lament, due to which it is always a night for the spiritual being. It is always night for them. Night means we are not interested in all these things for the spiritual person. This verse is going to take some explanation, Prabhu. If you can remind me, I can explain next week. This is bit deeper, Prabhu. Okay, let me finish with this thing. A person who is not disturbed by incessant flow of desires, like that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being filled but is always still, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy such desire. Do you understand this analogy here, Prabhu? So many rivers flows into the ocean, right? But do you see the ocean being, you know, agitated? No. Same, Prabhu. Desires may come. Oh, I need to have this. I need to have that. I need to. But these desires should not be. We should not disturb us, Prabhu. This is what Krishna is trying to say. Whatever we have, we should be happy with that, Prabhu. Can alone achieve peace. A person who has given up all the desires for sense gratification, who lives free from desires, who has given up all the sense of proprietorship is and is devoid of false ego, he alone can attain real peace. Prabhu, this is important here. Proprietorship. This is what I was saying, Prabhu. Krishna has given us everything. Everything belongs to Krishna. If we think, no, this is mine, this is mine, this is me, we will never be peaceful. Here, Babu, if you see here, Isha Vasha Idam Sarvam. A materially desireless person certainly knows that everything belongs to Krishna. Isha Vasha Idam Sarvam Yat Kincham Jagatam Jagat. We read it. Shri Ishopanishad. Arvind Prabhu. The invocation prayers.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. That is the way of spiritual and godly life, after attaining which a man is not bewildered. If one is thus situated, even at the hour of death, one can enter into kingdom of God. This is what Krishna is here, Prabhu, saying. He actually, this is all summarized matter: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. And a glimpse of Bhakti Yoga is spoken in the second chapter. Actually, second chapter, name of the second chapter is Contents of Bhagwad Gita Summarized. Krishna summarized each and everything in this particular chapter, in chapter number 2. But he didn't give any conclusion, proper conclusion. Because if he gave conclusion that Arjuna, see, Bhakti Yoga is the best, now do as per Bhakti Yoga, then the discussion would have been finished. Krishna wanted to explain more. Okay, so we'll be starting with the third chapter, the Karma Yoga, which is now we are going into detail of the Karma Yoga. Okay, we are going back again to discuss even more. Fourth chapter will enter in something about the Jnana Yoga. Fifth is also mixture of Jnana and Karma. Sixth is purely Dhyana Yoga. Okay, then from the seventh chapter, Bhakti Yoga will start. Okay, Prabhu. I'm sorry I went a little faster because I wanted to finish the chapter today. But I request you, please read these verses from 54 to 72.
Mhm.
Read the purport. You have 1 week. Okay, Prabhuji? So
Yep.
I'll take a leave. Any questions we have this week? Vihan Prabhu. Can you write your questions, Vihan Prabhu? This give me 1 minute, Prabhu.
Can you stop the recording?
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. So this Sunday we are doing the Mangal Aarti program.